Now we will have 2-3 versions of second law of thermodynamics. First we will start with Kelvin Planck statement. Let us see the Kelvin Planck statement of second law of thermodynamics. So according to the statement, the Kelvin Planck statement is talking about a heat engine, and suppose this is the source which is at T hot, and we have a sink here, sink at T cold temperature, T1, T2, I am writing as T hot and T cold, and it does some work equal to W. So Kelvin Planck statement tells that no engine can extract energy from the source and continuously do work without giving energy, rejecting energy to a sink. That means if this is not there, such a engine does not exist. That means any engine which continuously takes heat from a source cannot do that continuous work. So this is what is second law. Just you see, suppose this is a ship which takes energy from the ocean water and continuously does some work. Suppose this is an aeroplane which takes energy from the air surrounding it and converts it into work and it flies. Such a machine is not possible because there is no water, there is no air, there is no other place where it can reject heat. So since this is not there, so such a machine is not possible. So this was made the fundamental law of nature, that this is second law of thermodynamics, which only prohibits us to make such a machine. So this is what we call as Kelvin Planck statement of second law of thermodynamics. So you see, Kelvin was one physicist, Planck was another physicist. They are different persons. So let us see, I will write the original words of the Kelvin and Planck and why they are the same statements. So we say it's Kelvin Planck statement. So first I will write the Kelvin statement. Kelvin statement. So now Kelvin statement, these are the original words of the Kelvin. It is impossible by means of inanimate material agency to derive mechanical effect from any portion of matter by cooling it below the temperature of the coldest of the surrounding objects. These are the original words of Kelvin. Now it is impossible by any material agency to derive mechanical effect. Mechanical effect means the work done. So it is impossible by any machine to derive continuously the mechanical effect, work done from a portion, mechanical effect from a portion of the matter. This is the portion of the matter. Cooling it means we are extracting, so it becomes cool. Cooling it below the temperature of the coldest of the surroundings. So if I cool it, that means if I extract energy and continuously convert it into mechanical effect without rejecting it, that means without making any other part hotter, it is not possible. This is what Kelvin statement tells. Now this is the exact word of Kelvin. Now let us see Planck's statement. So in the words of Planck, let us see what it is. So now let us come to Planck's original statement. Planck's original statement is, it is impossible to construct an engine which working in a complete cycle will produce no effect other than the raising of weights and the cooling of a heat reservoir. So Planck's statements is that it is impossible to construct a heat engine which working in a complete cycle will produce no effect other than the raising of weights. Other than the raising of weights means no effect other than the raising of weights. So raising of weights means work done and the cooling of a heat reservoir. So we have a heat reservoir. We just imagine a machine which does some weight raising, that is work done, and it makes this material, this portion cool. That means it extracts heat. That means such a machine cannot be made which continuously cools this source and converts that and does some mechanical work. That means converts that energy into work. Such a machine cannot be made. That means the Kelvin statement and the Planck statement are basically same. So we say Kelvin Planck statement. So finally the Kelvin Planck statement is said as no machine can be made whose sole motive is to continuously absorb heat from a reservoir and convert into work without rejecting heat to a reservoir. Thus, we combine the Kelvin and Planck statements into one called Kelvin Planck statement of second law of thermodynamics as no process can be found whose sole result is the absorption of heat at a single temperature from a reservoir and performing work only. That means no process can be found whose sole result is the absorption of heat at a single temperature from a reservoir and performing work only. So only absorption and performance of work is not possible. Such a machine cannot be made. This is the statement of Kelvin Planck's statement.